It is very important to keep your home clean. We've got some experts here going to help us understand how easy that can be done. Stay tuned. Giddy up. Welcome everyone to Your Little Castle Show. We, like I said, we get some entrepreneurship, if you will. That's the name of the game. If you want to be happy, I believe, you want to start your own company, you want to do something you can live and run and bring in the close family members to work with you and make it all a wonderful little operation where you're in control. Welcome to our studio here. We have Nick Giordano. I'm going to put, did I say that close? Kind of close?
Giordano.
Giordano, there it is. Giordano. Let me put it back up. There's CleanPro Power Washing, right, based out here in St. Louis. You've been around. How long have you guys been in business now?
We started in 2013.
2013. And you've been doing this for a while because you told me your background.
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, I grew up cleaning toilets for my mom and her company. And then, you know, it turned out it was my turn to start rocking and rolling in the cleaning business. And I really found my niche, whether it was cleaning windows and then building that up a little bit, to now we power wash everything. Everything we power wash.
We've got some equipment. We went outside. He brought his truck to our studio here today, and we're going to show you a video there. This thing is loaded and everything you need. Ian, you've been helping along the way here now. How long have you been part of the company now? Tell me a little bit about your role.
Yeah, I've been here about 3 years now. So my role is the general manager. So Nick is the power washing genius. My role is to make sure that we can get all of our wash techs organized, trained, understand exactly what the expectations are from Nick's standpoint. So for lack of a better term, I'm Nick's filter to the guys to make sure that they can do the job that we expect.
Well, and athletic background abounds from everybody here. Nick, you played some baseball.
Yep.
Ian, you're a soccer coach. You played soccer at MoBap also, right?
That is correct.
And so I think does that sports background help us all be a little competitive?
Yeah. You got to have a sports background. You got to be competitive to work for us. You got to be competitive in life. You got to want it. You got to go get it. Especially with your story.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, life throws curveballs. I got a shirt that says that, and it's a matter of what do you do with that curveball. A lot of people just go, oh, it's whoa. No, that's not how you're going to get there. Here's an expert. We started a company now, one of the biggest in the Midwest, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll run 12 trucks day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with whatever you need. Any emergency oil spills on highways, down to washing everybody's residential houses, getting ready for parties, getting everything cleaned up in the spring and fall. Selling a house.
All you realtors out there, we got a lot of those.
Hit me up. They all do.
Yeah. Okay. With that, we'll give a shout out to our sponsors. Here they are, Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little house, in your castle, that may have been cleaned by CleanPro. Here, there's I made that up myself, and Brooke thought that was cool. Because you like nice things in your little castle, and we all have our little castle, you need to get it in shape, and because it's just the overall maintenance and quality and everything you want to have with a house. But with that, we've got a dynamite-looking website, and Instagram is your primary for you guys, right? Tons of stuff out there on your Instagram. We're going to share a little bit of that with everybody too. Well, then give me a little bit more of that backstory. What led you here? How did you end up in this space? You're going, okay, I can do some cleaning. This is what I want to do.
Oh, I've always loved it. I mean, I'm the kind of guy, you go into my closet and my clothes are spaced 2 inches apart from each one. So this really did fit me in the way I operate in life. So a quick background is I started in the janitorial world working for my mother, and really have so much respect for people that do that kind of work, because you learn a lot, and that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
So after that, I said, you know what? Let me give it a run, but I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I cleaned windows for her at hospitals, and I said, you know what? I got a really good niche for this. I really like it. So I built up a company for about 5 to 6 years, and ended up selling it. And I took that money and just reinvested in myself and bought a power washer when Craigslist was a thing. Craigslist was a thing back then.
So you got a used power washer.
Used, it was small. I loved it. It's sitting in my office. Come by our office. It's sitting in my office. It's awesome. It's all patinaed up. It's how I really made it, I feel like.
And that was off to the races from there.
Off to the races. We haven't stopped at all. We've reinvested. We have the best people in the industry with CleanPro. I couldn't do it without my guys. I couldn't do it without the leadership we have. It is unbelievable what we can do with the right people And that really changed my view about a lot of things. You want to have good people by your side, and that's kind of what makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Well, that leads me to Ian. Then you're on with the mission here. Sounds like he's on a mission. How do you help here? What is your role?
Yeah, for sure. And that, you know, you mentioned earlier, I've got a coaching background, and I think that's probably what Nick saw in me and my capabilities with the business. As you know, with the level of work that Nick was doing, there was a high demand, and in order to keep up with the demand, you need to have high-level trained employees. And so, you know, I'm a constant feedback guy. I'm a feedback loop, whether it's positive, negative. I'll jump out there and do the work as well myself, and that's a big thing. That my first year of experience was on the truck non-stop, you know, and I continue to be on the truck to this day. But when you get out and you've been on the truck, you understand exactly what needs to be done with the guys, so that the level of feedback that goes back to them on a daily basis is really high, and that's kind of what I have to do.
Now, your expertise goes along with that coaching background. You got to maintain that mentality. You got to keep people in a positive vibe. Having a team work together here. You got a bunch of guys working with you. What's it work like managing those guys?
It's awesome. It's fun. And Nick mentioned it. We're really blessed with the type of guys that we have. I think as we went through the hiring process, it was, you know, we didn't necessarily look for who's got what type of experience in the industry. We looked at who carries the values and the character traits that we're looking for to be able to fit into our business. And you know, we're big on the cultural side of our business, because you know, we feel like if we have the right people, we can put them on the right seat of the bus, and that's kind of what we've done. It's when you get the type of guys that show up not late, not early. I mean, they're in the parking lot 30 minutes to an hour before they're even clocked in. You know, sitting waiting to get going, and you know, we got really highly motivated individuals, and makes my job really easy, which, you know, I'll be honest, but no, it's awesome to be able to provide them with the guidance to be able to make sure customers are satisfied.
Yeah, that's why I keep referring to that coaching background, but that's somebody who has. I played soccer. I played at Central Methodist. We played against Mobap, where you played, and then you played some high-level ball and some professional a little bit, and coached professional, I should say, and just that whole coaching mentality. Is that why Nick appreciates what you bring to the table here?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a level of professionalism to this industry that we try and bring on a daily basis, and you know, we look at ourselves as not just a company that's able to do a good job. We emphasize doing a great job, and in order to do that, we've got to occupy all sorts of tiers of professionalism. It's not just, you know, the type of equipment we use, to the uniforms our guys are wearing, to the equipment updates that we're using, the technology that we're using, even as far as the CRMs that we use. You know, we try and operate this business from, we're not just going to show up and check the box, here we did the job. We're going to do it to a high standard that you're paying for the level of professionalism.
Well, you talked about the equipment. We spent a little time. They said they had their truck here. I said, I'll go out with my cameras right now, and we'll do a little video of what you've got out there. So I'm going to put up on the screen for everybody to check out. You designed these trucks yourself.
I did.
They're all custom with all the pressure gauges and specific and customized nozzles and control valves.
Oh, you name it. I've done it all, man, and I love it. It's kind of like it's where I was really able to dig my hands into the company and say, this is what I really, really love to do. So myself and my foreman Corey have worked hand in hand building and designing these trucks, and I mean, we're building one this week in our shop, you know, as we speak, to just keep up with the demand that St. Louis has given us. We'll wash, you know, so many houses every single week. You know, we'll wash a couple hundred trucks every weekend. So you really do have to have some really good stuff and powerful stuff, and it has to be robust. And then we just love it. We just absolutely love doing it. So it's yes, it's a lot of hard work, but I would say we're pretty blessed to have some good guys by our sides helping us do it.
All right, well, check out what we've got here with our truck. It's here at our facility. Check out this clip, everyone. Well, there we go, everybody. We're Ian in the background. We got Nick, the owner here.
How's it going?
Started a great company, CleanPro STL. Nick, show us what you've got here.
Cool. We have these big custom trucks that we go out and spray a lot of houses with, or even large commercial buildings, and fleet washing with it. But here's to give you the biggest difference in soft washing. So we can shoot really far at a low pressure, a lot of volume. You put your hand right in front of it. So we'll show you the difference between that and pressure washing. You know, you got the tip. So that's me. Whoa, all right. we'll use the pressure washing on all your concrete surfaces, patios. We'll dial it down for decks. But when you start washing your vinyl siding on your home, you're going to want to use a low pressure system so you're not harming any of the siding. You're going to do a soap, and then you're going to rinse it down with low pressure as well to remove all the soap and all the grime and mold and dirt on your home.
All right, so you custom built these trucks.
Yes.
You've got 12 of them.
Yes, we do.
Tell me what you do here
Okay,
makes
so
these things so awesome.
everything we do, we've custom built all of our trucks on aluminum beds. We run 8-gallon-a-minute washers. It's not the PSI you're looking for, it's all that flow rate. But here's kind of the special stuff, and I don't know if we want to show everybody, but we got a water system here with a pump on the back. We're able to put different mixes of soap on any kind of surface that you guys have. So whether you have a roof, house, you want to soap up the interior of trash trucks, whatever have you, we can dial up our soaps. We can switch to degreasers, acids, whatever we need to wash something properly, this truck's going to provide it. We start dealing with a lot of grease and oil spills on highways. We'll pop the burner on. You know, a lot of people will get their barbecue grill mess during the spring and summer. What we can do is we can turn the burners on, take some degreaser, spray it down, and start pulling up all that grease in your concrete, sometimes on your siding too. We'll keep shovels, window cleaning brushes, everything to clean the outside of your home. Large surface cleaners for really big driveways. We'll also carry a secondary surface cleaner for those smaller, maybe paver patios, anything, you know, it's a little smaller in the back. As you can see, we can pick any soap that we want to use, all of these custom modules that we had made for us. We've been doing this for a long time, so sometimes you got to have exactly what you need to do the proper job. Everything's done on electric hose reels so that it makes it really easy on our guys. It shows up as a professional service, and we'll carry a lot of water with us. So no matter what you have, if you want to wash your house and you guys don't have water at your house or you don't have water on a job site, that's no big deal. We'll haul water. We'll have a huge tank at our shop. We'll fill up all of our 12 trucks, and we'll be able to bring water to you guys' job site. This is kind of special here. These are cation, anion water filtration systems. So after we're done power washing your house or cleaning your exterior building, we can use a pure water system to clean your windows spot free. Sometimes on some fleet washing, we'll spray the windows, make sure all the drivers are happy, so their mirrors and windows and all that are spot free as well. But we put these on big Isuzu chassis, and you see they're really sweet trucks, and boy, they do a lot of work for us. So we're pretty proud of them. Give us a call, CleanPro, 636-686-7137, or you can visit us online at cleanprostl.com. Fill out the form, get an estimate. I'm the gentleman you'll be talking to.
There it is, everybody. Hard work pays off. Started a great company here, doing awesome work.
Thank you, St. Louis.
Well, there you go. That's, I mean, wow, that's quite the system. You've got 12 trucks like that.
Yes.
And you put them together, custom design with all the equipment. You figured out what you need over the years.
Of course, yeah. We've built them. We've gone through several iterations, and we really found something that we can dig our teeth into. So we said, let's just copy those and just keep them on repeat because they work so well for everybody. And you know, Ian can train the guys on everything on there to where everybody's an expert at what we're doing. Because you know, you got to be an expert. If you're going to send somebody out to the house, you need to be, you need to be presentable. You need to be someone that we can trust. I can trust every one of my guys at my house. I have kids, but then you got to come with the right machines too. You got to have every single thing on that truck that you're going to need. So whatever you guys have, if you have a patio, if you have some, pavers, if you have, the house or stucco or vinyl, whatever is going on at your house, we can handle it off that one truck.
There you go. How many years did it take to get this formula put together? You were talking about my studio. It took me a couple of years to figure out all the equipment.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would stay up at night. I think I lost all my hair because of it, but I would stay up at night. This is my passion, and I really just have figured out the right formula. So I would say about 13 years just in the making.
So it's a constantly evolving. You're
oh, of course, and
that's the key to success.
Yeah, and we'll still do iterations. If we find something better, we'll talk about it and we'll make that change.
Ian, has this made your job a lot easier?
Yeah. An awful lot easier for sure, and it's one of the things that we talk about with our guys and our non-negotiables is we use the term Kaizen, which is a Japanese term, which is evolution for the betterment of the company, and so that comes down to whether it's training, whether it's a different type of solution that we come across, that a guy's going to be open-minded and flexible to it. But to that point, my first day on the job, Nick pulled me out to the trucks and said, "What would you change?" And so I had no experience with it, but he wanted to dive into my mindset of, okay, is there something that Ian's able to see here that I may have missed out on? And so, to Nick's point, we've got a great truck. You know, they do a lot of awful good for us, but there's always going to be some evolution to it.
Yeah, well, they talk about the evolution of success for any business is going to be because of the evolution. I'll not forget when, and it's almost like, not necessarily this is the model, but Microsoft releases their product, it tells you how great it is, and then they start fixing it afterwards with all of the updates that they've got to have. But I learned from them, like, you've got to constantly be improving. There's constantly going to be things you've got to adapt and make better. And it's like, and that's why I say, oh, this a couple years. And you've been constant for 13 years.
Yeah.
And you're going to continue to do that, I guess. That's dynamite. All right, well then, I'm going to jump in here real quick. What about your passion for this? What keeps you going at night?
I love it. I love everything about it. I love down to on a cold day going out and washing and turning the hot water on and getting my hands dirty. I love that. There is a time where I'm not able to go out on the trucks at all times, so I talk to a lot of customers, and that is something that I have absolutely loved from day one. I have so much support through St. Louis. Everybody that calls me, from commercial customers, fleet customers, residential customers, I personally talk to. I make sure all their needs are handled. And when you get reviews and the people call you back year over year over year, and sometimes we get emails, Nick, I loved it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next year. And you go, okay, I'll give them a call next year, and they're going to be ready to rock. And we've kept customers for the past 13, 14 years, and they come back every single year. And I love seeing the customers that we have and the people that always keep calling us back and taking care of issues. I love the late night calls. They call in and they say, Nick, I got a big problem. I go, dude, what you got? Let's fix it. And we do. We got trucks dispatched within the next couple hours, and we'll get everything handled.
There you go. Well said. Stay tuned, everybody. We got a little bit more community stuff we're going to share with everybody, and we're going to do a little bit more of our fun that we got with our little clip that shows about what the show is all really about. So stay tuned for that. And then we're going to go over, Nick's got his reviews, 537. Stay tuned for this, everybody. All right, everybody. I've got Jackson now. I hired as my highly priced videographer. We didn't say highly paid. We said highly priced. Come on up here, Jackson. So this is your dad, right?
Yes, sir.
Kevin. A couple things I noticed about Kevin. Awesome jersey he's got on there, right? Another thing really cool. Veteran, everybody. Air Force. And
Army.
And the Army. Served in both.
Served in both.
Protecting us, keeping us safe.
Absolutely.
Help us maintain this little thing we like called freedom, where we can go to Cardinal games whenever we want
Whenever
to.
you want, walk downtown and have a good time and be safe.
Tell me what you love about when you served in the military, real quick. I'm going to ask you what you love about the Cardinals. Come on up here a little bit, though.
I actually work on military bases pretty much on a weekly basis, and so I love going to the military base and make sure that I do telecommunications, so I want to make sure that we provide the communications that's going to help them perform and do the things they need to do.
That's important.
That's what I want.
That's what I went for grad school thing for. I'm communications. If you can't communicate, nothing else matters.
I agree, 100%.
Thank you for your service there. What do you love about the Cardinals?
What do I love about the Cardinals? Well, they're the best team in the country. They got more fans. It's the greatest thing to come see. I don't care. I've been to New York games. I've been everywhere, and the Cardinals are number one in my opinion.
There's people around the country. I just started off on this little Cardinal Cowboy thing. It's gotten crazy. I got people from around the country like, Cowboy, I saw you here. Lots of great fans out there that have a lot of fun.
They're everywhere.
And the best looking fans in baseball too, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Father and son.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as
Paul, you gotta
the
put something in
Cardinal
the
Cowboy.
community.
He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile,
it's
cheer,
a wooden
some
base.
positive
It's some kind of
encouragement,
like a moldy
and lots and lots of selfies
wood
and
chips or
pics.
something. Just a wooden bowl.
But the Cardinal
And
Cowboy
when I
was
stack one
born
on top of the
of
other,
a
then I
tragic
sealed it.
incident.
It was hollow inside, and then I
was
just wrapped
an
it. I got it
aspiring
together.
athlete in high school
So I
and
put
college.
sticky paper
He
on it.
dreamed
It's
of
called
playing in the
real
big leagues,
platinum.
but those
Sticky
dreams
paper.
ended when he
Real
and
platinum.
3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here. I want to invite all of you to be part of my new team. No, you don't have to put on a baseball uniform and be a super fan. Now, it would be a good idea to cheer for the Cardinals, the greatest team in the history of the National League. But I'm talking about the Gold Cowboy team. You know, I love to help people follow their dreams and reach their goals in business and in life. So that's one of the reasons why I'm telling you about my friends at My Metal Pro. They help people like you and I acquire gold and silver with a membership that lets you safely buy, sell, and store gold and silver. They make it real easy to get started. My Metal Pro isn't like the big guys you see on network TV or the big coin shops that take a huge commission. So become part of my Gold Cowboy team. Scan the QR code or go to goldcowboy.com and check it out. Giddy up. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Cool, fun stuff we get to do in the community, and I just love taking my camera everywhere. These guys showed up. I said, let's make a video right now, and then we go out in the community and we shoot the kind of video you see there. I just bring my little, it's just this one right here, everywhere I go, and put a little selfie stick on it. People are like, Cardinal Cowboy still uses a selfie stick. We thought that was expired now. But let's jump in here. I was talking about the reviews. I remember that now. 537 reviews. That is amazing. All organic. That's the way you do it. And when you've got a 5.0, that means you're actually taking care of everybody to the utmost extent. So take a look at those, everybody. And people are even sharing photos and lots of comments. And I'm betting you're the one who's answering a lot of these too. Is that right?
Correct.
That's right.
All right, both of you guys get in there and like that's just impressive. What is it? How does it make you feel to get that kind of results for your reviews, Nick?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, it's so good. It's all like all the hard work that you put in and day out, and then everybody, takes the time out of their day after having a service to give us a review. How great is that?
Yeah, Ian, does that make your job a little easier?
Oh yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, and you know, to the point of like being passionate about this job, I think the reviews speak for themselves. And I think when you get guys, you know, our mission for our business is to make St. Louis the cleanest place in America to work and live. And you know, in order to have that, you've got to have not just in passionate leadership, but passionate employees as well. And we got guys who they almost look at the cleaning jobs as art. It's, you know, okay. The gun is their paint stick, and you know, the home is their canvas, and they take a lot of pride in the work that they do, and I think it comes across to the customers who, you know, feel the urge to leave us a review and let us know how well the guys did. So we're very appreciative for all the customers that have reached out and let us know how everything is, because it's good to hear all the positives. It allows us to also, when we're digging on the guys about some of the negatives, to let us know what they've really done a good job of and keep them motivated. Yeah, they say some of the biggest mistakes or problems or errors I've run into is what I learned the most from. And then we made the biggest jumps for saying, oh, we didn't realize that was what people were interested in or needed more of, or what they really wanted, and those things help you to learn and grow. So it sounds like you guys are on the ball as far as that goes too. Give me a quick a cost analysis as a matter of why. I mean, you can buy your own pressure washer. You can buy those, the little, I don't know, what are the differences there, and why should somebody not do those things? Or maybe you'd say, oh, if you want to try it, then call us afterwards. What do you recommend?
You know, I think anybody that wants to get one and go power wash their house, you know, that's awesome. Do your thing. When you need it clean, you need it clean right. And, you know, a lot of these people, have families. I know that in my life I don't have a lot of time, so I like to hire stuff out. And when you call us, you know, you'll get an experienced guy. You'll get a truck that's, you know, cost about $100,000, not even a little bit more these days. So we're coming at it with a lot of horsepower and a lot of knowledge, and we know exactly what we're doing. So, you know, we can get in and out of your property. We can do a great job for you. But more power to you. I do have customers that say, hey, I personally want to do the patio. just flat out because I like doing it. And I say, you know what, that's no problem at all. I enjoy doing it too. That's why I created the company out of it. Then you'll get a call the next couple months. Hey Nick, never got to that patio. You mind taking care of that for me? I say, you bet, man. I got a truck in the neighborhood next week. Let's stop by and do that for you.
Ian, is this the case? Very people are like, nah, do it right. It's better to
Yeah,
have a professional.
100%. I think anything in life you want it to be efficient, and so we're able to get in and out with the highly trained employees, with the level of equipment, the types of soaps we use, that we can get in and out pretty quickly on a home. And as well, about 70% of our customers aren't home during the time of service, and we do send before and after photographs to give them a little bit of, put their mind at ease a little bit. But it's one of those to where when you get home after a long day's work, it's right now I gotta wash the roof or the patio or the house, and it's nice to know that I could just call CleanPro, and while I'm at work, they're got it done. When I come home, I got a beautiful home.
How nice is that? Yeah, I mean, do they have robots for this yet? But they can essentially, you guys become a robot for a consumer to say, come there, take care of it. I don't want to deal with it. Come home, and then they know they had, and we'll probably have some before and afters we can show some people. But wow, this is what it was before, and didn't like looking at it, and now they're proud to come home to see their new house.
Absolutely. And before they even get home, they're going to have text messages right on their phone. This is the before, this is the after, and maybe a little message from the driver saying, hey, this is how everything went. Hey, I saw your fence open. I went ahead and shut it for you just in case you had dogs, they didn't want to run out or anything like that. But Ian handles all that, and I couldn't imagine anybody else doing a better job than him handling everything with all the guys.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a system put together. You got to be organized. Create that system. It sounds like that's really what you've got. But tell me, we got about a minute left for this half hour. We're going to have these guys stick around for another half hour. I told you it goes fast, right? We're almost through the first
flying.
half. But tell me, why should somebody choose you guys? What sets you guys apart from the rest?
What sets us apart from the rest is everything that we've talked about. You're getting a guy you can trust. You're getting a lot of guys you can trust. All of our guys we can send to anybody's home and have full confidence in they're going to do the right job. Especially when, say, we're going to be out cleaning a roof, and that's the most expensive part of your home, and you want to make sure that one's taken care of. All of our guys have tons of training, tons of background knowledge, and tons of hands-on experience in cleaning your job the right way, to where if you ever do have issues, we're big enough to take care of anything. You can call us right back. We'll send a truck back out there. Our big thing that I've always tried to build this business on is we're big enough to take care of anything, but small enough to care. So I'm still on the phones. If you have an issue, you shoot me a text or give me a call.
Write that one down, everybody. Ian, anything to add to that?
No, I think Nick's said everything there. I think, people is the reason. Anybody can do this job, but you got a great group of people that can do it to a high level.
Experts taking their time to do things the right way. Great history, and I love the way you've just started a company from scratch, and you really seem to be very passionate about it. 13 years later, constantly improving, constantly making things better, and your reputation, your reviews, and your system show it. So next show, we're going to start off with everybody. We're going to talk about the big mistake that people make, and so that'll be interesting for a lot of people because there's mistakes made everywhere, and especially when you're talking about your house, these are mistakes you do not want to make. So stay tuned for that one, everybody. Giddy up.